Okay, so this is a guide about all of the things that are pretty important in this game as far as SP is concerned, and your skill points, and putting your skill points into things early on that are going to benefit you early on. So, I talked for 27 minutes. I didn't realize it was that long. It's supposed to be like a 10 to 15 minute video. I just kind of got lost. But the things that got cut off, because my capture cut off 3 minutes of my talking, I think that the thing that got cut off that was the most important was talking about determination, and determination being the very first thing that you should max out for every single character that you want to get the most out of your SP for. So determination literally just lowers the SP needed for each skill. It makes a lot of these things like literally cost 1 skill point. You could also, while you're maxing out determination, start putting things into like knife, which will cost 1 skill point for like 4 levels. And for a strength character, it can make your strength character more powerful early on. You're going to want to put skill points into strength for characters that need strength. So for Roddick, who is an attacker, you're going to want knife. You might want some con, dex. You want more strength. As long as it only costs 1, you're not wasting any skill points with determination. As long as you get determination started maxing out and you start putting 1 skill point into these, it's not going to affect you very much. So determination, very first thing you need to max out for sure for every character to get the most out of your SP. And it's going to seem to cut off here, I think, and start talking about Enlightenment. And I think I might need to go over actually what was said before the Enlightenment thing. So there are things called specialties in the game. They are a combination of skills that you learn. So these are the skills that you learn, and you combine them to make specialties. Specialties, like music, require performance and music knowledge. So if you go to your learn skills, and you go to performance, and you go to music knowledge, that leveling those up, if you put 1 into each of those, it's going to give you a level 1 music. So now you put 10 to each of those, you get level 10 music. Super specialties are a combination, so like music and art. You need that for orchestra. And then I will start talking about here, when it gets cut off, about Enlightenment and how you need train and survival. And I don't think I mentioned train, so I'll talk about it. Train is pretty important early on. If you want extra XP, it'll make your battles harder though. So train is going to be effort, determination, resilience. You need those maxed out to get a level 10 in train, which will give you the most experience that you want, and it's going to seem to cut off here. For Enlightenment, you need train maxed out and survival maxed out for 4 characters. Okay, so now we'll go with the specialty train. Train requires effort, determination, and resilience, which is going to be in your skills. So we've got effort maxed out, determination, and resilience maxed out for Roddick. That's why his train is level 10. Okay. So we got train level 10. We need that for 4 characters. So we got, well, she doesn't count. It's on somebody else, but which I think it might actually. Let's go to train again. Level 10, level 10, level 7, level 7. Train level 6. Train level 10. Train level 10. Oh wait, no. So, so I think, okay, so it's only 2 people. Just effort, determination, resilience for people until it gets to level 10. That'll do your train. So for the super specialty Enlightenment, you need train and survival. Survival is actually an item creation, and survival requires herbology and resilience. You already have level 10 resilience for Roddick, so you don't have to worry about that. You already have level 10 resilience for for Ashley, because train also required resilience. So, go back down to survival. So now all you need to do is herbology for multiple characters, and eventually it will pop up that you learned the super specialty Enlightenment. Super specialty is just a specialty that requires multiple people. So once you have Enlightenment to level 10, now you're getting more skill points per level if you have it active, and you do have to go to practice Enlightenment and hit it. So that's more SP for everybody, for every level up. The earlier you do that, the more SP you're going to get per level. So that's why I would suggest doing that first. It's going to not only get all of your skills that you want maxed out quicker, but it's also going to let you hold off on maxing out those skills and do more things that are more beneficial for you. So I would say train on that SP until you get to like level 50 or something around that, and then you could start super training. Best place to do this is to start at, once you get to Sylvalant and you have enough full to buy the weapons in Sylvalant, you are ready to you're ready to start super training. Okay. So earlier I mentioned you could put like points into one skill point into things that require one skill point. You need to hold off on doing that for 2 things for 1 character. So we're gonna go to Millie. Millie has 10s in a lot of things, but hold off on putting it into music knowledge and performance. Those are music related things. The reason why you want to do that is because you want to learn a song for her. You want to, wait, how do you compose music? It's a specialty. So, performance and music knowledge is the only thing that's required to learn the specialty music. You want to keep it at level 4 for Millie, because you can learn a song with, let's see, you can learn a song with the Silver Trumpet. Now the Silver Trumpet costs 300,000 full. Once you're level 50, you can go to the mines and you can farm the monsters in the mines. The mines is a secret area in basically the first area of the game. It's behind a rock in that mountain that you climbed at the very beginning of the game. Look up a guide to try and find it if you can't find it. It's really close to the beginning, just around a rock. Once you're level 50, you can grind those monsters, and they will give you like 10 to 15,000 full every time. And if you're knocking those things out, which they're pretty hard, so you want to have like the Walloon sword and all the things from Sylvalant. If you haven't looked up another guide to try and do like the goodie boxes and all of that, which I don't think is necessary personally, this is the route that I would take. But Silver Trumpet, 300,000 full. Once you get the Silver Trumpet, which I think it's in Ekdart. Ekdart has the big music shop. It's got like really expensive instruments in it. But you need the Silver Trumpet, and you need to then, once you have the Silver Trumpet, you go to the Silver Trumpet, and you need the Feather Pins, which is also sold in Ekdart. Feather Pins, Silver Trumpet, and Millie needs to know. So now we're going to show you where the talents are. So you go to status, you go to Millie, you hit down on the D-pad twice. There's your talents. Talents are the thing that I think that most people don't know about, because it's not really mentioned in guides, but they're like the most important thing for creating items and composing music. For the music thing that I'm talking about, which is going to allow you to super train, you need listening and rhythm sense for anything to be successful. So listening and rhythm sense for Millie, it bothers me how much the talents are not mentioned in guides and when people are talking about creating things in forums, because listening in rhythm sense, and another example would be if you're going to try and what was it called? If you're trying to do weapon customization, you need originality. And the talents, correspond with an actual talent. So you need to be original to customize a weapon into something better. You need to have listening and rhythm sense to compose music. All of these things, and so here, like, I also have a list here of who can't learn the talents and what things you need, what talents you need for each of the item creation type things or music composition things in the game. So you need originality for crafting and customization. The three people that can't learn that are Joshua, Eris, and Ilya. Those three people cannot learn that, but everybody else can. Whether it be that they started with it, which is very possible. These things are random. They're random. It's pulled from a random pool of talents at the beginning of the game. At the beginning of when you acquire that character permanently. So, Millie did not have rhythm sense. She had listening, but she did not have rhythm sense. I was able to learn it, and the only thing that you need to do to learn the talents, as long as they're able to learn them, is do the specialty that corresponds with the talent over and over again. So if you want rhythm sense, you're gonna do music over and over again. You're gonna compose music. So all you have to do to learn these is literally go to your specialties, go to music, go to compose, and you just compose over and over again, which you need feather pens to do, which you can buy in Ekdar. So, Mystical Shamashin, a hidden power created. Muse is not speaking to you, but you just keep doing this over again, and you see that it's using your feather pens, and eventually it will pop up and tell you that you learned the specialty, and then you can go to your talents, or you go to your status, and make sure that you have it, and then you can start doing these things. So, we're going to go to specialty, we're going to go to music, and then we're going to go to perform. And here's all your music. Wait, no. So, I'll go ahead and go over the list of the talents before I move on. So for cooking, you need to have taste. The only person that can't get that is Ronix. Nimble fingers, which is for pickpocketing, which is not that important. You need crafting. You need crafting and machinist to get nimble fingers talent. So you need to perform crafting and machinist over and over again until you get the nimble fingers. The only two people that can't get that is CS and Ashley. So for art and machinist, you need design sense. Only person that can't get that is Ashley. For music, rhythm sense. For writing, composition, and both of those I think everybody can learn. For familiar, you need love of animals. Three people that can't get that: Joshua, Eris, Ronix. Music, listening. So this is another music-related thing. It's the only one in the game that has two things that you need to perform properly. So again, for music, you need rhythm and listening. And so rhythm, everybody can learn, it seems. For listening, Roddick cannot get it. For alchemy, which is very important, you need Blessing of Mana, which Roddick, CS, Ashley, Ilya, and Fia cannot learn. All of the magic users can learn it, basically. Alchemy. Makes sense. Tanique, Parichi, Welch, Roddick, CS, Ashley, Ilya, Fia cannot get Blessing of Mana, which is why you want to do your alchemy things on your mages. Scout, you're going to need Animal Instinct, Ronix, Ilya cannot learn that. So again, that was all of the specialties and the required talents to do those specialties. So if you're going to compose music, you're going to want to go to your status and make sure that you have listening and rhythm sense. It's the most important thing for these things. I sat here for such a long time in art with Millie, who cannot learn the art talent. So if I go to the, I think it's design sense. So yeah. And I can actually give an example. So she doesn't have design sense, but this is my character with design sense. He does all of my art. So if I go to Specialty, let's do Millie first to show you the, item creation. Let's do Millie first, go to art, and use magic clays. So if I proceed and use these magic clays with Millie, every single time, it's gonna pop up as one of these weird shapes. It's because she doesn't have design sense. So we do this like 2 or 3 times. Okay, so she didn't work, but but if you remember, Tanique had design sense, and he's got maxed out. Millie also has maxed out art, which would be sketching and aesthetics. So you max out sketching and aesthetics and learn skills. You get a level 10 art. Level 10 art, doing the same thing I did with Millie. Magic clays. And the first thing that happens is I create a goddess statue. It's because he has design sense. It's just as simple as that. And it's not talked about, it seems. Okay, so back to the next thing that you can do with music, and I was talking about the level grind. So I started doing this at level 45 or 50. No, I started doing this at level 50, and it is very possible with a Walloon sword, and it's going to be, I mean, it's not going to be that hard, honestly, as long as you as long as you use Ronix, and which I have the dueling sword right now, but Ronix with Roddick, I just said Roddick with the Walloon sword, level 50, it is very possible to do what I'm about to talk about. So you need music at level 4. You need to compose songs with the silver trumpet. And again, make sure you have listening and rhythm sense. And I talked about that earlier. Silver trumpet, keep composing until you learn a song called Devil's Aria, and it literally, all you have to do is sit here and compose it. You can go to the shop where the feather pins are, which is in Ekdart, and sit in front of the shop, use the silver trumpet over and over again until you learn the Devil's Aria. Devil's Aria is a song that when you play it, if you're on the world map, when you exit back to the world map, you will start a battle. Now, let me see if I can find the list of the battles real quick. But these battles, I think, okay, so basically just level 4 is, you just want it at level 4. You want your art at level 4, the level corresponds to what monster you're going to get. So you're going to get the same monster at level 4 every single time. This monster gives you, with Train, so you leveled up Train earlier, you're going to get more experience for it. This monster will give you 90,000 experience per battle. You will get, at level 50, you will get 3, 4, 5 levels per, you'll get 3, 4, or 5 levels per level up. And that's literally it. As long as you got Train and you got your super specialty Enlightenment active, you're going to get incredible XP, you're going to get incredible SP at level 50. And it only took me about 2 hours to get from level 50 to level 86 with Roddick. You see, I left all these other people behind. I'm going to power level them later on. But you can sit there and power level for, I think I read something where it said it could be to level 130 pretty efficiently. It's going to be the best thing that I'm supposed to be at level 50 right now. And in about 2 hours, I went from 50 to 86 and was able to max out every skill that I wanted to for all 4 of these characters. I still have 700 for these guys, because whatever. SP does max out at 999, so you do want to kind of every 2 or 3, probably every 2 battles, if you've got Enlightenment active, go to your skills and learn all the stuff that you want. So that's the power leveling. You could speed up the power leveling process there, and this is probably the easiest thing to do, and I would advise doing it. This is why I have art maxed out on Tanique. So you want to max out Tanique's art, or actually, you have to have, with art, again, you have to have design sense for anything to be successful. So you're going to want to max out Tanique's art, or anybody with design sense, and you're going to want to start going to just item creation with Tanique, go to art. Actually, you don't want the magic clays, you want the other magic thing, the magic paper. It's like magic card or something like that. It's found in the same place as magic clay in Act Art, like you can't miss it. And you're gonna also want the corresponding item that makes it more successful. I don't think I have it, actually. I think it just makes it more successful, obviously. Is it... Wait, did I go to other? No, I went to combat. So... Jewel of the Frog. Okay. Where is... So, Lizard Flask is an example. Magical Rasp is an example. Increases success rate of customization blacksmith. This allows more valuable stones to be created with Alchemy. I don't have that, so you don't need it. You just, all you need to do is go to your specialty. Go to Go to item creation. Go to Sneak, go to art, and keep using the magical paper until you get something called the experience card. Now, once you get the experience card, you're not going to want to keep trying to do art. You're going to get one experience card, and then you're going to go to... I did this with Ashley. You're going to want to max out his... it's item creation again. You're going to want to max out his replication, which allows you to literally replicate items. So, EXP card is one of those items you can replicate. So you're going to want to go to replication, and you're going to have magic camera and magic film, which are both bought, I think, in Act Art as well. Act Art just has all of these fantastic things that you need. Magic camera, magic film, you can see down at the bottom left. Magic camera, magic film, EXP cards. EXP cards literally give you double experience. So if you're getting 90,000 per thing, and you've replicated 20 EXP cards, then you're gonna be getting almost 200,000 per thing, which, you know, it only took me like once I started doing that, it only took me like 30 minutes to get from like 60 to, 80. It's ridiculous. So there we go. That's the power leveling. Now the next thing is, once you've power leveled, I would do the power leveling first. It's pretty fun. It's pretty satisfying to watch your numbers go up. You're gonna want to get as much full as you want. Very easy as well. You see that I have 4,524,381 full at the bottom. This is the best way to do this is to create Philosopher Stones. There are things to make this speed up, which I took the extra time to do. So there's also a super specialty called Group Appraising, which is a super specialty where everyone works together to determine the correct value of an object. you could literally go to group appraising and you could raise the prices. So that's going to raise the buy prices in store and raise the sell prices of your items. It takes the Philosopher's Stone from 390,000 sell to 480,000. So it's a little bit of a bump. For that, you're going to need appraising and crafting maxed out for multiple characters until group appraising is to level 10. If you've already super grinded, if you're level 80 something, just go ahead and do that. You might as well max out those two things. So now you're selling your Philosopher's Stone, and how you create the Philosopher's Stone is you're gonna want it's alchemy. So you're gonna want one of your magic users, like I talked about before, and you need the Lizard's Flask to create the Philosopher's Stone. Literally, iron is what is used to create any stone. Philosopher's Stone. I've got 20 iron. Alright. And I have the Lizard's Flask, which you buy in Ionis, and I'll show you where it's at, actually. Ionis is one of the earlier ones. You can't ship travel to it because, it's not by water, but you can go to the place that my arrow is pointing at and then walk over here. So Lizard's Flask is in this item shop. Buy. So here's your magic clay and all that shit. Feather pin, you need those. Like I talked, magic film, mechanics toolboxes for mechanic stuff. Lizard's Flask, 40,000. You just grinded a lot, you're gonna have 40,000. Lizard's Flask is for the alchemy. And what you literally want to do is sit here. Does she sell iron? I think she did. Yeah, she sells iron. And sit here, buy 20 iron for 150 apiece, go back out. If you have all the things that I said earlier, you're gonna go to Millie, Alchemy, Philosopher's Stone. You have 20 iron, just keep pressing the X button. I'm gonna do it until I get a Philosopher's Stone. Which I have had it use all 20 without doing it, but and again, they need that that one talent that only mages have, and they start off with it. It's Blessing of Mana. All the mages have it. I'm doing it with Millie, and raise their alchemy to level 10, and you will be able to create the Philosopher's Stone. May seem like a grindy thing, but I think it only took me about 80 irons to get almost max Philosopher's Stones. So you're sitting here for 80 to get, I got over 10 million. I've already bought a Tri Emblem. So, and these people are going to make me sit here for longer than I need to prove a point, I guess. But I've only had one run where it didn't create a single one, so hey, there we go. Philosopher's Stone. Now you have Philosopher's Stone. You're going to want to go to your super specialty, assuming you did it. Group appraising, raise prices. It only does it for one trip, and then it goes back to default. So you're going to go to this, sell. It's going to be all the way at the bottom, because you just created it. Philosopher's Stone, 480,000. So, that's the guide. Hopefully you learned a lot of things. Hopefully it clears up a lot of confusion that a lot of these guides can put on you when you're looking things up for this game. I'm surprised more guys haven't come out. You can't find any on YouTube, but I'm surprised more guys haven't come out since it's been remastered for the PS4 and for the Wii U or whatever the new Switch. That's the thing. So, yeah, hopefully that helped you. I think I've pretty much figured out everything that I need to know in this game. I haven't done any of the in-game stuff. I haven't done, I haven't finished the storyline. But if you have any more questions, you could definitely comment, and I'll probably see it, considering this is like, one of my only videos that I've ever made. But I felt like it was very important to make this video because it clears up a lot of confusion that I had, and I had to scour the internet. I had to find so many different things, like the talent things. Like, literally, I think the most important thing is having these talents, and people don't seem to talk about it. It should be mentioned first and foremost when talking about creating items and composing music and all that. It should be the first thing that people say. Hey, have originality or you can't customize things. Or, hey, have rhythm sense and listening or you can't compose music. But, yeah. Thanks for watching, I guess. Hope this helped.